Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to FPL Don't Panic. My nerves are shot. Just finished watching the Arsenal Ipswich game. I think in my team selection video I said, yeah, triple Arsenal defence there. You know, that should be the foundation for a really, really good game week. In the end, it ended up in the roof on a very, very, very dodgy building. But hey, got away with it. They scraped the 1-0. When I say scraped, they were obviously dominant, but they could easily have conceded right in that first minute. It seems to be the story of my year so far. Seems to set out a good defence and gets blown away with a silly goal in the first couple of minutes. And a team goes on to win comfortably, but they've already conceded, so defensive returns are null and void. Anyway, we're here. It does appear at this stage, if live scores on FPL Hub are accurate, that I have somehow escaped with the green arrow. What I'm going to do this morning, I'm going to do just a quick review of the team. This is going to be a fairly short one. The good, the bad and the ugly again. And there's a lot of ugly in there, but yeah, a bit of good as well, bit of good. And I'm going to keep it fairly brief because I'm going to do a more comprehensive video. Been updating the spreadsheet, just going to put in some more data, you know, just for really where the weak points are. And there is some corrective surgery needed, but we'll go into that in the next video. Let's just focus on the team as it did so far, and I think these scores are hopefully accurate. So at the moment, 66 points. I take it. I predicted 70, so again, not really far off the mark on the prediction, I guess, in that respect. And as I say, could have easily been 70 plus. How Gabriel didn't get that ball in the net from the header, just headed it too far down. You know, say head downwards, but he just pretty much put it in the ground and over the bar. That would have made obviously a big difference. And there were other opportunities missed across the week. Enzo was on the bench. That doesn't matter. But there were a few opportunities here and there, but that's the same every week. It's a game of, you know, what might have been. This is what has been, 66 points, and you know what? I'll take it. It's a green arrow. I'm on a total of 1,152 points. We've moved up again. At least we've got it moving in the right direction. It's not a massive green arrow, but honestly, if I take it from here until the end of the season, I take a 10,000 rise every week. So 170 to 159, absolutely take that. So as I said, I'm going to keep this brief, run through the team. I'm going to just update my spreadsheet, do a few projections and things, and then I'm going to run through that, more of my thoughts on what I need to do over the coming weeks. So yeah, starting with Raya, really didn't have a huge amount to do, and that's one of the things I talk about, because I do think I need to move an Arsenal defender up. I know I was not going to take this every week, have three players riding on the kick of a ball, removing three players out of the equation. So we've got Ray in goal. Yeah, absolutely take the 6 points, fantastic. Didn't really have a great deal to do, no chance of a bonus or anything. So his ceiling, if this is as it continues, isn't going to be very high. Timber, yes, I think Timber's the hero of the week. That's really what's got me up, because he's a huge differentiator, obviously, because Gabriel's very highly owned. So Timber coming in with that 9, if it sticks, we never really count those bonuses for 100% until they're locked in. But if that sticks, that's a huge differential, and that's absolute hero. I'll talk more in the next video. He was one of the ones, if I was going to move out an Arsenal defender or goalkeeper, I was thinking it was going to be Timber, but man, he passed the eye test today. He was so good. He really was. He put in an absolute class performance. Gabriel was good, as I say, just shame he didn't get the attacking return. Should have had the attacking return, but yeah, is what it is. Yeah, I'll take the 6 points. Absolutely the way things were going. And Virgil, dear Lord. Yeah, I mean, this is typical. This is where I thought the game week was going to go. You know, Liverpool obviously dominant, thoroughly deserved to win. Could have won by more, but conceding it, was it the only chance of the game they conceded? You know, and Virgil was involved in it. Not his fault, I think, but you know, it is what it is. And there goes the clean sheet down the Swanee, and no attacking returns again. So we'll talk more about Virgil at the moment. Virgil in the next video. Salah just did what Salah does. Not his highest return, but as I say, if you're getting a goal a week out your captain, you're more than happy, and we're clearly getting more than that. So yeah, thank you again, Mr. Salah. Palmer would have outscored him this week, but I don't think I don't think anyone was seriously looking at Parma this week for the captaincy. So fine, got his goal. Chelsea. My worries about Chelsea are, if I'm being honest, is I think I'm too heavily weighted into Chelsea at the moment with Palmer, Jackson, and Enzo. That we'll talk about more in future plans, transfers over the coming weeks that I may or may not look at. But yeah, Palmer, lovely goal. It's a lovely goal. Quality player, and I think it looks like he's getting back on track. Ahmad, yeah, another blank from Ahmad. United are woeful. I mean, we really are, and it's painful to watch. It really is painful to watch, and I don't blame the new manager. It's all on the players. I mean, we've had enough new managers, quality managers coming in, and it's this, but it's it's just United as a whole, and I don't blame Ahmad. I think he put in another decent performance, not his best. But when you're surrounded by donkeys, what are you going to do? There's just no intelligent play from this team. From defence to going forward, it just looks brainless football. You can see there's more of a pattern there. We can at least see some sort of style developing. But if the players are not intelligent enough to execute it, there's just a big clean out needed at that club. I mean, I say it with pain. I support them, but it's just horrible to watch. Really is. Diego Jota, yeah, as I said in my last video, that was a huge mistake bringing him in. I don't know what I was thinking. I mean, of course, I could be saying, whoa, what a stroke of genius if he'd come on for that last 20 and had bagged a goal or an assist or anything. Saying, oh, call him a genius. But even if he had got a goal, it is still actually a mistake in the grand scheme of things. It's going to be unreliable minutes. I have to think about now, do I keep him for the next one, and am I compounding the error or taking a decent chance that he will start in a reasonably decent fixture against West Ham, and I have got a good double Liverpool attack. Talk about more about that in the next video. No decisions made on that, because there's other areas that I'm looking at, and I just have to prioritise unless I want to take a bunch of strategic worsening of points. João Pedro, he's got to go. I looked at him closely. I watched chunks of that game, and I don't know. He just doesn't look good. He just doesn't. His movement is poor a lot of the time. The ball's bouncing off him. I thought I was buying Pele, and I got Heskey. I think João Pedro turns into the priorities. Just how do I do it to remove him, and who do I bring in? But at the moment, João Pedro, I'm sorry, mate, you have got to go. I've just got to work out where and how and when. Jackson again is maybe turning into a worry. Just the 2 points. Didn't think he looked that bad. I think I didn't think he looked that bad. I think he looked quite good at times. I mean, it's typical Jackson. 1 minute he looks like a donkey on crack cocaine, and next thing he looks like he just looks like, I don't know, you want to go Maradona at his finest, striding around the pitch and laying the ball off, and the ball sticking to him. But I still think there's goals in Jackson. The fixtures are still good, but again, it's a few blanks now. The numbers are dropping like a stone. Has to be looked at. Isak, nothing to see there. Loving it. Fixtures getting a little trickier as they go forward, but I think Isak is showing he can score. He'll get a chance or two against anyone, and he will put them away. His instincts are good. He's getting in the right positions. Whether he's doing the spectacular or the simple, the thing is he's doing it, and that is what we want as FPL managers. As for the bench, Fabianski, 2 points. So obviously right decision there. It was never going to be a decision to put Fabianski in. Hope the lad's all right. He took a big knock, so I suspect I don't have a playing second goalkeeper at the moment. May not necessarily be a problem in the short term, given that it'll be Raya in goals, unless I do a transfer on that, and even then it would be for the right keeper with long-term good fixtures. Again, no decisions made there. Talk about that in the next video. Enzo, unlucky. Enzo looked really good, I thought, and he must be gutted coming away with a loss in that game. Fabulous opportunity. He could easily have had a goal and assist, so I've really got no worries about Enzo whatsoever, other than maybe that overexposure with 3 Chelsea attackers, and is it worth the risk of playing them all at the same time? Again, discuss next video. Hall, it is what it is. I think I made the decision was right. I've got no regret seeing those points on the bench. I think I made the right decisions in who I played, you know, with the Timber, Gabriel, Virgil, and there was never really a thought in my mind that Hall was going to come in ahead of them. The only time I have regret on this stuff is obviously when I've been 50-50ing and I leave the wrong player on the bench. There was no 50-50 decision. I was always going to play that back three, and you know, by and large, I guess it worked. And it's just a shame that a whole 6 points instead of Virgil would have been very nice. But it was never something I even considered. So no regrets there. And Konza just the 1 point. Villa looking a little bit woeful. I was thinking of bringing in a Villa player, maybe even two the next game week or two, and I still might talk about it in the next video. I keep saying that, but there's quite a lot to go through. But yeah, Villa looking a bit woeful. Maybe a bit of a different team at Villa Park, I suppose, and they've got two really good home fixtures coming up. But yeah, he was right, you know, right last on the bench, and proved correct on that decision. So I mean, there it is, folks. It's not disaster. And by the way, I mean, we had the vote between Enzo and Ahmad as to who I was going to bench. It turned out pretty much dead even. So I went with Ahmad, and as it turns out, it was dead even at 2 points each. So no one to blame this week, but there will be more opportunities for that. There will be more opportunities for that. So that's it. Going to leave it at that on this one. That's the team. Looks like currently I've got a green arrow, just slightly under my 70-point average. You know, kick of a ball away from being over the 70 points, but you know, it is what it is. And honestly, I'd take that. Given where I was going into these last two matches, to end up at 66 and a green arrow where I was actually down at about 250. So to claw back to 159, yeah, got to be happy with that, yeah, and relieved. Leave it at that. I will be back later on, so there's going to be two fairly quick releases. I just need a couple of hours to do some spreadsheet work and get a few thoughts together, and also put in just a little bit of short list of who I'm looking at and what their numbers would look like and how they could potentially affect the averages going forward. Hope you've all had a fantastic game week. Well done if you're on green arrows. It's taking some decent points at the moment. I think a lot of you are in those sort of top 250, 300Ks. It's taking reasonably decent scores to get green arrows at the moment. Like normally 66, you know, could, you know, get you a nice hefty rise. So hope you've all had great game weeks so far, or it's finished. Hope you've all had great game weeks on nice hefty greens. We will take a look at the team going forward, any changes or not changes, fixtures, plans, etc, etc, etc. Have fun, play your own game, don't panic. We'll be back shortly. Take care. Bye bye.